I'm sure you heard already that a number of Halo titles will be receiving a backwards compatibility update. Among those titles, Halo 3 so far has gone on to be the most talked about. This of course shouldn't have you surprised. Many Halo fans are dying for that fix of classic Halo, and here we are yet again with another opportunity to satisfy that craving. But it seems as though some dislike the idea of Halo 3 receiving the backwards compatibility treatment, while some believe it's a good thing. And I'll be honest with you guys, personally, I didn't know how to digest the news when it first came out. I initially was one of those who thought that it was a dumb idea, and I even felt a little irritated towards Microsoft in 343. In my mind, I was thinking, how could you do this now? How could you make Halo 3 backwards compatible when it's already offered in the Master Chief Collection? With that, there'd be even less people playing the MCC than there already are now, essentially killing the game, and the community would once again be divided, because those who prefer Halo 2, Combat Evolved, 1080p, 60 frames per second, are more than likely going to stay on the MCC, and those who prefer the full and more proper experience of H3 would migrate towards the backwards compatibility version. Then it would dilute the player base even further, because now instead of just the classic versus new Halo fans, you have the people who enjoy the games on the MCC, the people who enjoy H3, and then all those who still favor Halo 5. In a sense, there'd be 3 Halo games, 5 counting Reach and 4, that would be sharing the already dwindling pool of players that still play Halo. This was my initial thought process, and as I took more time to break down things, think, and mature my thoughts, I started to see things in different ways. Although many share the opinion I just described, I now feel that this could be a good thing. I look at it like this now. Is the MCC dying really that big of a deal? No, it's almost irrelevant. See, the MCC is already practically dead, so it doesn't really matter if it actually dies. 343 fucked things up. They haven't patched the game in years, they abandoned it entirely, the match quality is horrendous, player skills and ranks are useless, players quit way too often. The game still has many bugs, although some try to downplay them as if they don't exist, but it's true. The bottom line is that the MCC is not the ideal way to play for those who love classic Halo. More or less people who enjoy classic Halo are stranded. It's either A, play the corrupt-ridden, less playable, enjoyable Halo MCC, or play Halo 5. MCC is just not remotely fun to play anymore, and I'm more than willing to sacrifice the rest of its population for one final chance for Halo to redeem itself. See, I think this Halo 3 backwards compatibility announcement can create more positive opportunities for classic Halo fans than negatives. First is the fact that Halo 3 itself will almost certainly experience a considerate population boost. When once popular games go backwards compatible, everyone hops on with nostalgia and excitement, and you guys are most likely familiar with this already. When Red Dead went backwards compatible, it had a 6,000% instant sales jump. Once Black Ops 2 hit backwards compatibility, the game shot up to the most played game on Xbox Live, and it's held its ground in the top played games for some good time. But while I don't necessarily believe that Halo 3 going backwards compatible will have the same kind of population impact that Black Ops 2 had, I am almost certain that the population will be high enough for smooth matchmaking and successful wait times, and even a player count that would rival or even top that of Halo 5's. And this is where I personally start to get excited. What if Halo 3 did become more popular than Halo 5? How would that impact the community and the future of Halo games onward? Would this be enough for 343 to see the classic Halo as the way to go? Or would they stay ignorant like they always are and continue down their enhanced mobility agenda like they always do? That's what I'd like to see, and that is why I am at this point eager and content with this recent announcement, even though I initially thought it carried some negatives like the one I mentioned. It's almost like a game of boxing. Sometimes you have to take a couple of hits in order to win the entire match, and I personally am more than willing to give up the MCC's population so that Halo 3 can have a proper chance to display itself among the community once more. What makes this even more probable is that 343 and Microsoft made the brilliant decision of unlocking all the DLC for Halo 3. All players have access to all the maps created in Halo 3 at no additional costs. What's great about this is that all the players can now enjoy all the game modes and playlists that are offered in Halo 3. This was actually an issue when the game went free with Games with Gold years ago. 343 didn't unlock all the DLC packs back then, and players without DLC were restricted to only playing 2 playlists. Multiplayer became repetitive, boring, wait times were too long, and people were divided by who did and who didn't have the DLC. Not everybody can have access to the full game experience the way the game was intended to be played, and Halo 3 will get a proper chance to see if it has actually aged well. And in regards to aging well, I do believe that there are trade-offs to be made here. Yes, some may say that it's better to play in 1080p 60 FPS with slightly enhanced graphics, but it's not that simple. It's not as simple as, oh, the game looks better, feels better, so it must be better. No, many like myself are actually willing to give those benefits up for other benefits that the Master Chief Collection really couldn't offer. forever. Such benefits like content. It's well known that the MCC is just a gimped version of Halos 1 through 4. Each game on the MCC is tied to select playlists, restricting the amount of overall game settings and experiences that can be had on each game. For instance, Halo 3 Ranked is tied to its own playlist, bam, Halo 2 is tied to this playlist, and etc, etc, and in turn you have a limited offering of game settings to play. In other words, the MCC only offers a mere sample of what Halo 3 really could be and what it actually is. Say I want to play Halo 3 objective game setting on the MCC. It'd be hard, wouldn't it? You'd have to play something like Halo 3 Ranked playlist and get lucky to even see an objective variant show up. Most of the time the popular vote will go to be R/Slayer, and in a sense you're denied control of things you really want to play. But in original Halo 3 it's simple. You can choose the team objectives playlist and you're given near full control. But in MCC, say I wanted to play Big Team Battle on Halo 2. There's only one playlist for it. If it doesn't get picked, I can't play it, and you aren't able to play the way you want to. You're losing control. Rather than devoting each playlist to a specific game in the collection like MCC, you are now getting a singular game with its own variety of personal playlists and game settings. And that's the benefits of playing on backwards compatibility. I can play multi-team, objectives, and all the other game modes offered in the game right in my desired playlists. This also alleviates the issue where you queue up in a match and someone on the other team has the H2 or I quit clan tag. Oh, I don't want to play H3 or I quit. You start an H3 game, that player leaves, you get your ass kicked, leading to degraded match quality. But there's more to it than just game modes. With Halo 3 going backwards compatible, you get access to proper armor and emblem customization. Features like the party up system, proximity chat, proper lobbies, a fair ranking system, and even better hit detection. And yeah, I am sure I'm missing a few, but I think you guys get the point. You get a game jam-packed with all this stuff that actually works properly, the only difference being that it doesn't feel or look as nice as the MCC version. Now, I'm not sure about you guys, you may feel different, you may not agree with my opinion or whatever I have to say, but I think these are some noteworthy trade-offs. I'd be more than willing to play a less dolled-up version of Halo 3 in favor of a Halo 3 with more content and more community features. It'd be like if someone gave you two choices. They go, hey, you can choose the hot chick on the left or the less attractive chick on the right. You choose the hot chick on the left, and here you find out that, yeah, on the outside she looks good, but on the inside she's a mess. She has daddy issues, she's insecure, and all the things that could possibly go wrong happen. But imagine your friend gets a less attractive chick. Yeah, she may not look as good, but you find out that her personality is great. She actually works, and in the end, you're happy. That's how I look at things with Halo 3 going backwards compatible. Because like the ugly chick, it doesn't look as nice or feel as nice, but the personality and the other important features are all intact. Yes, it will take some time getting used to the 30 FPS, lack of dedicated servers with slightly worse graphics, and the small amount of hackers that still plague the game. But in my opinion, that trade-off is more than fair when you consider the entire package that comes with the backwards compatible version. Keep in mind as well that I personally do not see this as a way to fix the MCC. We shouldn't just forget about it. The issues with MCC by all means should not be ignored, and 343's silence on the topic is outright disgusting. However, I do see this as an opportunity to bring classic Halo right back under the spotlight where it actually belongs. An opportunity to give Halo fans who have nowhere left to go an option. I'll be honest, I don't like Halo 5, believe it or not, many people don't like Halo 5, and a lot of us just want a space to play classic Halo. So imagine our position, the classic Halo fans. Imagine how we felt when the MCC, the one game that let us relive that Halo moment, ended up being so corrupted. And we already talked about this. Regardless of how you feel that game went, the MCC really isn't the up-to-par experience that many of us desire. So by making Halo 3 backwards compatible, it is filling the void. It's finally giving an entire portion of the community something they've desired for years now. And it's finally allowing us to enjoy the more proper and more fulfilling version of Halo 3 that isn't being held back by everything else on the Master Chief Collection. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, comment your thoughts, concerns about the video, and lastly, subscribe to Weapons Grade to view more content about the future of Halo and gaming in general. Peace.